Hello Game Gumshoes fans. Thanks for joining us for another Game Gumshoes Presents. This time I'm introducing you to a game called Splendor by Asmodee Games. The game was used for a game day that we'll be having at Rock and Rooster Games. I was asked to take a look at it and see how much fun it would be. So there are 2 copies at the store if you ever want to come into the store and play the game. Again, Rock and Rooster in Western Hills. If you live in Cincinnati, it should be easy to find. If you don't live in Cincinnati, well, watch the video, pick up a copy, try it out. Now, it does seem a bit complicated, but here's your rule book. There's your rules. There's a little bit of extra rules back here. Not that important, really, because the game is simple enough to play. And you will be trying to get 15 prestige points. Now, the prestige points are located at the tops of these nobles cards, and they are also located on some of the gem cards. Now, you'll have 3 rows of cards. They come in green, yellow, and blue. Okay? Now, each of them have different values. You'll notice that most of the green ones, which is a much larger stack than all the rest, actually have a gemstone up here. Down here on the side, it gives you a cost on what it takes to get this card. Now, at any point, you can only have 10 gemstones in front of you, unless they're the ones on the card. The ones on the card do not count. It did cause some confusion, but we read through it a couple times. Now, the gemstone tokens that I'm talking about are basically poker chips. I kind of like it because they're nice and sturdy. They hold up really well. You have the onyx. You have a diamond. You have a ruby. You have an emerald. No, sorry, ruby, emerald, and a sapphire. Sorry about that. There is also a gold token. Now, the gold token can be used as any different gem if you want. Now, when you're taking your turn, you can choose to draw 2 of the same color tokens. So, if there's something that I'm trying to win, I'm going to take 2 of the tokens that will get me to that point. So 2 black, or if there's something where I need a wider variety of product, I may take the red, the black, and the green, because if you're taking tokens of different colors, you can take 3. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you want to get 15 points worth of tokens, or prestige, sorry, and the way you do it is basically by finagling and trading. Best way to describe this game is it is a very high-end strategy game. Because your cards, although you have the 3 types, you'll have rows of 4. So it gives you different things to choose from. You never know what your opponent's going after unless you see them stacking up a bunch of chips. In fact, if you want to make it a little more interesting, I recommend getting like some sort of play shield in front of you. That way they can't see what you're collecting. I mean, they may have seen you grab it, but they can't see it sitting directly in front of you. Now, like I was saying, your green cards, they will have costs. So to get this ruby card, which will not count against your 10, you'll have to get 1 diamond, 1 ruby, and 3 onyx. There are also cards where this one just needs 3 emeralds to get that 1 black card. I'm trying to find one of the ones that actually has prestige. Because although these are level 1, like this one here, this level 1 to get that ruby also takes 4 diamonds, but it has the 1 prestige point up there. So this can go towards, winning the game. Thing is, though, you'll notice that as you get higher in the cards, you'll start needing higher quantities of stuff. So this takes 2, 2, and 3 for 1 prestige. and you know, or you can use it as a sapphire. Let me see if I can find one of the really high ones. So here's a 3, 2, and 2. They don't get ridiculously high on level 2, which is the yellow. That is indicated by the bottom, tell you which level they are. The color gives it away too, but you know, the number definitely helps it out. Now, as you start getting into the blue cards, which are level 3, you can see down here at the bottom, you'll see things like 3 sapphires, 3 emeralds, 5 rubies, and 3 onyxes. Now, that is much more than what you can hold in just regular tokens, because remember, you can only have up to 10 tokens in front of you. So you'll rely on using, you know, some of your lower level cards. Say if it's got a 1 prestige up here, but you know it has the red token on it, or the red gem on it, you can use that towards this number of rubies. So you may have, you know, one of each of these in cards. Some will have prestige points, some may not. But as long as you've got the tokens to match it up, you can go ahead and win that, and that's 3 prestige points. Now, if you happen to have enough tokens in front of you to be able to entice the nobles into your area, which, depending on how many people are playing, makes a difference on how many of these nobles you're going to have. You want to try to pacify them by using the gemstones you have to take them. Now, you'll have, I know when we played with 3 players, we had to have 4 of these out. Okay? You don't put new ones out, you just got these base ones. That way everybody's struggling to try to change out their cards and sacrifice prestige points to try to get the higher pointed cards so they can win the game. These guys all have decently high numbers. Like this woman here has 3 of 3 different types of gems, and she's worth 3 points. So she might not necessarily be worth going after, because, you know, this guy's worth 3 points as well, but he only takes 8 to cover, not 9. And let's see, are any of them ridiculously high? I think it's mostly 8 and 9 points. So it should make it fairly simple to you know, get them if you can build up your tokens. Now the thing is, if someone takes the last of a token you need, then you've got to wait. Now remember how I said you can take 2 of a single type or 3 separate tokens? Well, there is another option as well. There are piles of these cards at the beginning of the stretch of 4, and what you can do is you can take one of the cards, lay claim to it, and 1 gold token and bring it over to your area. And these actually, I find that they help a lot. Granted, you're going to get random gemstones off of these, but at the same time you get the gold, which can be used for any token. So, you know, why not? I think I irritated my family because I kept doing the random stuff a little more often than they would have liked, because they couldn't really tell what the heck I was doing. But that's kind of how I play strategy games. It looks like I have absolutely no clue, but I am trying to figure it out. Anyhow, Splendor is a somewhat difficult game at the beginning, but once you get used to the rules, the game can be a lot of fun and very frustrating. I say frustrating because not everybody is up to the hardcore strategy. I mean, I would put this up there with chess or better as far as strategy is concerned. But if you get a chance, check out Splendor by Asmodee Games, and thank you for joining us.